first time I ran an official marathon race, I ran a 2:58:45. So I broke that 3 hour barrier and I qualified for Boston. Then they changed the time right after I qualified to 2:55. So story for a different day, but I ended up not being able to go. But this is the workout that helped me get there. I did a lot of things during this training block, but I think this is the one that got me most comfortable running fast and just helped me be able to run faster for longer, and also mentally made me feel very confident going into my marathon. So if you're just trying to finish a marathon, I don't think you necessarily need to do this, but it wouldn't hurt you to do speed workouts. And there's a lot of speed workouts out there. There's intervals and mile repeats and fartlek runs, and I've tried all of those. My favorite one for confidence and just getting very comfortable with my marathon pace in a longer distance run is a tempo workout I do during my long run. So for me, every single weekend, which I actually think was too much at the time for me, and I've learned from that, I'm chasing a 2:45 marathon now, so I'm reevaluating. But at least what I did when I broke 3 hours is every single Saturday I got on the course, and depending on where I was at in my training block, I was running 10 to 20 miles or whatever on that long run. I obviously increased as I got closer to the marathon and then tapered. But what I did was I threw in like tempo miles during the long run. And so I'll give you a quick example of this. Let's go with like a 3x2 is what I called it. I don't know if that's official or not. But basically what I would do is I would run 10 miles easy. So I'm beating up my legs. I'm already a little drained. And then I would throw in tempo intervals with a mile recovery between each set. So a 3x2 meant I ran 10 miles easy. Then I ran 3 miles at my tempo pace, or what I was trying to run for the sub 3, which was a 6:50. And then I would take a mile recovery and then do another 2 at that tempo pace, and then some sort of cool down. So I was probably getting, like in this type of workout, that was like a 17-mile long run where I had 10 miles easy, 3 tempo, then 1 recovery, and then another 2 tempo and cool down for the rest of the run I was doing. And so you may not do that right away. You might run 5 miles easy, do 1 tempo mile, and then cool down for however many more miles. But as I got through the training block, I just increased this. So I think I started with just a 1 mile tempo in a long run, and then I did 2 miles, and then I did a 2x1, and then a 3x2, and then like a 5x3x1. And so again, it really depends on where you're at, and it was very hard because it almost felt like I was racing every single Saturday. So not only was the volume a lot because it's a long run, but I'm demanding more from my body to do that speed workout. And so what I'm doing for the sub 2:45 is I have a tempo workout sometime earlier in the week, and then every other Saturday I do speed work on my long run. So it might be mile repeats on Tuesday, and then a 3x2 on Saturday during the long run. And then the next week I'll do tempo miles again on Tuesday, and then like a VO2 max or 200 meter interval session on a Thursday or Friday. And so that long run, I'll still do that long run. It's just going to be completely easy. So I have this 2-week rotation, and you might do that, or maybe you just do it once a month. The reason why I liked this is towards the end of the training block, we were doing like 10 or 13 or 15 tempo miles in a long run. And so it got me used to running that pace for super long and enduring the volume and load. And so when it came to the race, I had done so many tempo miles on the course, but also in long runs, that I felt confident and knew where my body was at along the race. So it took a lot of work, and it's a lot of discipline to push hard. There were times where I was traveling, landed in Vegas, had to drive 2 hours to St. George, Utah, and then wake up 3 hours later to do a long run. I wouldn't recommend that, but because of my job, I had to do it. And that long run speed workout was so beneficial. If that's a lot or a little too complicated, mile repeats and interval works on the track I think are amazing. At the end of the day, if you're running faster, you will get faster. When it came to trying to get really confident with being able to do a sub 3 hour marathon, I had to start throwing in a lot of tempo work on my long runs. So just be careful of doing too much, or make sure you're recovering enough, eat plenty that day. But that's by far my favorite workout. And I've even done some of this in ultra training, where like I'll run 15 miles. I'm running a 50K, like 31 miles. I'll run 15 miles, do a couple tempo miles in the middle, and then finish that 50K in that training run. But getting used to running fast on tired legs was very helpful, not only getting fitter and faster, but mentally feeling confident in my ability and being able to run super hard. So if you like running or fitness, that's what this channel is about. I share stories, talk about what I'm doing. I'm currently doing a series where every week I post about my training and what I did as I trained for this sub 245 marathon. So if you like that kind of stuff, consider subscribing. If not, I still hope you got something out of this video, and I hope I get to see you in another video sometime soon. Peace.